that race.
Welcome. This is WAAK Broadcasting's coverage of the 1998 Winter Olympics in Japan. What you just saw was our Olympic torchbearer, Louis Zamperini's winning performance in the UCLA Southern California cross-country meet in 1933. You can see that he ran so fast that throughout the entire race, you could even see the other competitors. Today we have a special interview with Zamperini. If you didn't already know, Mr. Zamperini ran in the 1936 Berlin Summer Olympics. You may think that the life of an Olympian athlete is already an exciting one, but wait until you hear Zamperini's story. Coming from a poor family, Zamperini found his calling in running and ran his way to college and eventually to the Olympics. Not long after his fame as an Olympian, he joined the fight against Japan in World War II as an airman. A distinguished airman, Zamperini won many awards for his outstanding courage and service in the military. One day, his plane crashed in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. He and two other survivors spent 47 days drifting in the ocean, eating raw fish and birds. He was eventually found by the Japanese and sent to several different inhumane prisoner of war camps in Japan. Ironically, 50 years later, here we are in Japan where Mr. Zamperini will be telling us about his experiences through these troubled times. Let's go over to the interview.
Hello there, Mr. Zamperini. We're so glad you could join us today for this interview. I've heard so much about your story, and now I finally get the pleasure of meeting you in person.
Yeah, no problem. I'm really excited to be here as well.
Now, more than 50 years after World War II and your thrilling tale of sheer determination, drive, and adventure, we want to hear your side of the story.
Alright, sure. What do you want to know?
First, let's start with your childhood. I hear you were quite the little whippersnapper when you were young.
Well, you could say I like to borrow things.
So, you stole things?
Well, I wouldn't call it that. But I did learn a lot from when I borrowed things.
Care to elaborate?
Sure. Well, the resilience that helped me survive my times as a prisoner of war was largely shaped by the way I grew up. I remember this one time I decided to take something from an unlocked house and I snuck in. I was always disciplined, but I never let that stop me. I learned to take whatever physical or verbal punishment I had coming to me, and I learned to never fight back. As a prisoner of war, these things may have cost me multiple beatings, but my dignity always stayed unbroken. No matter what they did to me, or made me do at these prisoner of war camps, I wouldn't let them break me.
What do you mean when you say you wouldn't let them break you?
No matter how they abused me, I would never fight back. No matter what they made me do, I would do it without complaining, and I would do it without showing any vulnerability. Yeah, I remember now, the bird. He was this one guard who was dedicated his life to make me miserable. He would just beat me until I was unconscious. He was crazy, made me do some pretty weird stuff, but I never let him get to me. No way. And there was this one time. Oh, food, water.
Your next job, keep God alive. God die, you die. Ooh, pretty good, pretty good. God die, you die. 私はバーツさん。あなたは死ねえ。チキンタリヤキカリフォルニアロール。さようなら。バー
supposed to do with this dying goat now? Oh, come on now, you gotta be kidding me. Don't die, goat. Don't die! Oh, shoot.
このコート
Oh! Toyota, Honda, Mitsubishi! Ah, you will pay for this dead goat! You will pay! Come with me! Come with me! Now, come with me! You will get punished for killing goat!
It wasn't my fault.
Pick up the stick! Pick it up! Hold it over your head! Hold it! Squat! Squat! You drop! Stick! You fall! I beat you! Stick!
I will not break. I will not break. I will not break.
Oh, very good. You passed test. You may drop it now and relax. Oh, very good. Relax, stand up, stand up. Yo!
Thinking about how I'd never give up when I was a child, it really strengthened me and helped me get on in life. That helped me through the 1.5 months I spent at sea floating in a raft in the middle of the ocean.
Is it true that you set the record for the largest amount of days that you were lost at sea?
I believe so. I'm actually really quite surprised how I managed so long, because considering all the things that happened on the raft. So our team was on a scouting trip over the Pacific Ocean, and all of a sudden our plane malfunctioned and we crash landed in the water. The only survivors were me, Mac, and the pilot, Phil. Our first problem was finding some kind of food to eat in the ocean. Oh man, there's nothing out here. We're all alone in this vast, expansive ocean. Oh, it's okay though, guys. We got this high-protein chocolate that I found in our first aid kit. It'll help us keep us alive. So if there are 100 pieces in our can, and there are 3 of us, and 3 meals a day, 1 for each meal, that's 100 divided by 9. It'll last us 25 days. 25 days of just chocolate.
We can do this. We can make it. Wait. I think we have to recalculate now.
We faced many other trials in the ocean, including vicious, man-eating sharks.
Hey, what's that? Is that a fin? It's a shark!
A shark! Shark! Ah! Shark! Shark! Ah!
I'll take care of it.
We were all facing dehydration, starvation, but Mac had it the worst. After fending off the sharks, he got really sick, and by day 33, he finally passed away.
I think Mac's gone.
Oh, Mac! No, Mac! He was such a good friend. Although he ate the chocolate, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have made it out of that shark attack alive.
Mac, if I ever make it out of this alive, I'll always remember you, bro.
I'll remember you, Mac. Yeah, and when I was on the raft, I made this promise, this vow, that if I ever got out alive, I would become a Christian. And now that's really helped me learn how to heal and to forgive.
Speaking of forgiveness, are you prepared to meet our guest today, the bird?
Yes, I am. I don't harbor any resentment toward him, and I'm actually looking forward to meeting him.
Konnichiwa, sumimasen. There's been a change of plans. The bird cannot come today.
Oh, I expected as much. Well, I actually wrote a letter for him, just in case this happens, so if you could give this to him.
I will get it to him.
Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you for your time today, Mr. Zamperini. It's been a pleasure learning about your life.
Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing story. And now we'll go back to your cross-country skiing finals.
Screaming from within, begging just to feel again. Can't find